Hi everyone, welcome back to another anime on the list. We're at number 45, 45 of the anime list. My Another World with a Smartphone. Now then, here's what the my anime of the news. Another World with a Smartphone. It's a really good anime. I'll explain why it's on the list when it comes to this type of anime, but I'm gonna go through a little bit of the characters. Our main character is the guy with the white trench coat. He doesn't get the trench coat until later on, in episode 3 or 4, I believe, but that's beside the point. His first three teammates are a pair of twins and a girl who knows how to use martial arts. She is the one with the big boobs. There's not a lot of big boobs. It's pretty fucking funny, but he decides to this, that, and the other thing. The two twins, however, know magic. One knows mostly water magic. She uses water magic. She also knows how to use bubble bombs, which is bubbles that blow up in your face. With that being said, the second character knows how to punch things, but she uses steel armor or something and boosts them. Boost is no magic. If you say boost, that means it gives you a boost in your punches, or a boost or whatever the hell you do. Here's the problem with it. I like to say this. Out of all the four characters that you first meet in the first two episodes, they're really gradually grouped. The fifth character is a princess who falls in love with them, and she decides to travel with them because now they are engaged. The problem is that she's 12 years old, but she knows how to use arrows and she knows how to summon wolves, which is fucking ridiculous. How the fuck does a 12-year-old know how to fucking? But anyway, the 12-year-old is engaged with the main character, which, by the way, even though you think that's weird and creepy, the main character is 15, so it doesn't really matter. But he has a code that he wants to get married when he's 18, so it doesn't really bother him. With that being said, though, I like to say this. Of all the characters we just said in the last 2 minutes, they're a really good bunch. They play each other really good. This that thing. All four characters try to get his affection by falling in love with them, but he decides to fall in love with all of them, and he marries. There's a short teaser at the end where he marries 11 people, which is fucking ridiculous, and that's that. Now then, there is also three kings. Two of the king's daughters fall in love with him, I believe so. One's too small. I think she's like 10 years old, I believe, or like 7 or something. And the other king's daughter is the king that we just said that she can use summoning jutsu, summoning wolves. With that being said, though, of all the kings, he saves the king from being poisoned to death. He saves the king's wife from not being blind anymore. And then he also saves the fucking everyone else that he meets. He likes to save people. He also saves a random girl that's being mugged by two freaking jackasses. Her dad and mom are dead. Her mom's dead, and her dad was trying to fight an evil monster, and he never came back. Um, so she's by herself, and he decides to make her work at his palace that he got inherited by the king for saving everyone. And it's pretty fucking funny. Now then, they also joke around about there's also a side romance coming around with a girl, half wolf, fox, I believe, and the knight are in love with each other, which is a dire wolf or something like that, dire demon or something like that. So they decide to be a couple and stuff like that. Then when we get to the next king, the third king decides to fight him, and that was the biggest mistake of his life because now the main character now knows his secret move just because he's a jackass and he's a fucking cheating asshole. Because if you must know, mostly animes that make you go into another world, they make you understand how he got into that world. The main reason why he's in this other world, where it's fantasy and not a world life like most anime is, like in school and stuff, and there's no fantasy and stuff like that, or monsters, or even fucking dragons. The main reason because God decided to shoot lightning down, and he accidentally killed him. That's the main plot of why he's there in the first fucking place. I think it's fucking stupid, but hey, I've seen worse. Um, Most of this anime is like that, this, that, and the other thing. Now, the fifth character that comes into play, she is she's a fairy. She's 612 years old. That's what they tell us. And this, that, and the other thing. She looks like a teenager, and that's what happens. She's also the king's brother, the king that he saved from getting poisoned. Queen's what's her face? I forget. No, wait. She's one of the king's queens is what's it called? Fuck! What the hell is it called? I don't even fucking know. Um, Apprentices. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that, people. I was trying to brainstorm here. She's one of their apprentices, and that's where she comes into play. And she also falls in love with him. I believe so. She comes in really late. I mean, she decides to come in like around like 6 or 7, episode 6 or 7, 7 or 8 or something like that. But you get the gist. Um, when it comes to this anime, though, I think that you should watch it. The only problem I have with it though is that it's only 12 episodes long, and that's the main reason. Because I do tease that that the main character gets married by 11 female characters, but there's only 6 of them that are there, so that's the main issue. I think there's like at least 7 or 8 that come in at the end, but whatever. Here's the problem. Here's why this anime is on the list. Now then, this anime is a type of anime where most of the it's like an anime where the main character dies in the first episode, he goes to another world, and then he gets all. It's either he's weak as hell because he fucked up when he got reincarnated and stuff like that, and it's like this, that, and the other thing, or he's OP as fuck where God feels bad or he just wants to get all these superpowers right from the get go. Um, the main reason, and the funny thing is that I think I've watched 4 or 5 of these animes, but this is the only anime that's on the list, and the main reason why it's so high up on the list is because of the fact that most of the animes that I've watched that had this type of plot of the main character and why he's there in the first place, most of the anime is that he's just trying to survive or he's just living in the world that he is. This character has a smartphone, which God gives him privileges, which he doesn't need to recharge because he knows magic now. He can still contact the internet with his smartphone in this world. He also has God's phone number, which is fucking stupid. How the fuck does God know how to fucking call this son of a bitch? But anyway, yeah, God knows his phone. God gives him his phone number so he can call anyone. But he's the only one that he can call. He can't call anyone from the Earth world because of the fact that because God doesn't want him to do that. But he can still access the internet from that world that he died in because God was a fucking idiot who struck him down with a fucking lightning bolt. So he decided to give him all the powers in the world because of the fact that he felt bad for him and the fact that he killed him. Which, note, the main character is actually pretty cool about it. He's like, hey man, no worries. Doesn't bother me. I died. So what? Big deal. Everyone dies at some point. And then God's like, oh, I'm going to reincarnate you. It's like, okay, cool. Can I at least have my smartphone with me, dude, Holmes? So yeah, that's what happens. The funny thing is, and the thing that I like to say is the fact that he brings his world to this world by making games like shogi. He puts cards in the table. He makes materials. He makes a game. You ever heard of shogi? It's like a shogi game like in Japan. It's a really popular board game, and he shows them the world because they don't know what shogi is. He also shows them how to play cards and blackjack and stuff like that, like this, that, and the other thing, old maid and stuff. And then he also learns how to make materials out of a fucking gun, which has a fucking dagger at the end of the barrel, and he can make it longer so that he can swing his gun like a sword, which makes no fucking sense. The good news is though he doesn't use real live bullets. He uses rubber bullets, which is good. That's safer than usual. But the funny thing is the fact that this anime makes it on the list because of that reason. I think it does it better because the comedy is through the fucking roof. Um, I think the only episode that most people would kind of like, what the fuck is going on, is the slime episode. Okay. The slime episode is only half of the episode, which is fucking hilarious because it's perverted as fuck. How do I know this? The slime has different types of colors. Okay. This red slime gives you big boobs, which is fucking funny. The green slime likes to take your freaking melt your clothes off, which is fucking ridiculous. And the gray slime likes to liquefy you by being perverted by having water dripped on you, even though it's sticky as hell. I'm not gonna go into anything like that. There's and then they after because they went into a castle when they did this, and the funny thing is the fact that after they saw after they saw that the person who made these types of slime, they turn around and then there's this 4 female slimes that turn into real live girls. So at the next scene they do, they just burn the fucking castle down because they don't want to deal with these fucking perverted slime balls. Because even though the guy died and you see his fucking skeleton, he's a freaking perverted jackass because all he cared about was he's just a freaking pervert. I think that's the best fucking filler episode of all the fucking episodes. All the rest of the episodes have like a decent plot. That section of that episode was fucking hilarious. It's perverted and I love it. It's fucking hilarious as hell. I wish it was longer, but whatever. They eventually burn down the castle and all the slimes die, which is fucking hilarious. I love that episode. It was fucking hilarious because the guy was like, "Yeah, woo!" and all the girls wanted to kill him. Which I don't blame him, to be honest. I don't blame the girls for wanting to kill him because all he sees is their clothes getting melted off because of the fucking green slime and this, that, and the other thing, which is kind of fucking funny. So yeah, don't piss off the girls. But I like to say this. This is number 45 because of the fact that it's the only anime where the main character... It's the only anime that's on the list that the main character has died and goes into another world and does whatever. The only reason why it's on the list is because of the fact that it sort of brings his mechanic of his smartphone because he teaches them how to use. He does some stuff like he has a map of the world which no one has in the world. He knows how to use his phone by paralyzing enemies by just tapping on his phone. He makes them learn how to make ice cream, crepes, all these types of cinnamon rolls, this, that, and the other thing. And that's why he even teaches them how to ride a bike, which I think was fucking good. It's comic relief. I think it deserves to be good. But why is it not higher on the list? Well, it's not that long, and there are some perverted episodes. I like to say that. But I enjoyed it. There's no sexual themes, but I like to say this. You might want to check it out. It's pretty fucking hilarious. The thing is the fact that it's really fucking good, and I really enjoy it. You guys can understand what the hell I'm saying. I hope you guys have a nice positive day. Next anime on the list is number 44. We're almost into the 30s, which is gonna be fucking good because that way we can get into the nitty gritty of the animes on the list. Woohoo! So I hope you guys have a nice positive day. Take care and stay positive, everyone. And I didn't hit the button right. Fuck! God damn it! Why do you hate me so much, you fucking bastards? I pressed the button and nothing happens!